another favorites video. If you watched my January favorites, I asked if there was any interest in monthly mommy favorites. Probably something I do for the first year of my daughter Charlotte's life. We call her Cece, we call her Charlotte, we call her both kind of equally. I get a lot of questions about that, so I just thought I'd mention that. Cece is her nickname, because her middle name is Claire, Charlotte Claire. So those are her initials. In fact, I have a beautiful necklace with her initials on, and that was a gift from her for my birthday. Technically it was from Dawn, but it was from Cece too. Anyway, I thought I would start this. I'm probably going to be sharing these mid-month, so they're not like necessarily like January mommy favorites. It's going to be like 1 month old mommy favorites, 2 month old mommy favorites, that sort of thing. And I'm going to try to keep it kind of brief. I'm still going to do I think I'm still going to do a collective newborn essentials, like my newborn essentials, either just a blog post or a video and a blog post. I don't know how that will play out down the line, like maybe after she's 3 months old and we've gotten past that. You know, the newborn phase is like the first 3 months, I guess. So there'll be a lot of repeats in that video, but I like the idea of having everything all in one place. But I also like the idea of touching base with you guys once a month and sharing my pics for that month of her life. So these are my 1 month baby pics. Okay, and I have a list on my phone. I can't show you all of them. I can't hold up all of them because a lot of them are kind of big things. So I'm going to start with my absolute number one, absolute favorite, which is the Snugga Bunny. I think it's called the Rock and Play Sleeper, Vibrating Sleeper. It's by Fisher-Price. It's like $50, $60 depending on where you get it, and if you can use the coupon, it is money. It is absolute money. That's what she naps in most of the time. I don't like to leave her in it unattended because it is not 100%. Well, nothing is, but it's not like extremely like SIDS safe. If you don't know what SIDS is, it's sudden infant death syndrome. It has cushioning and padding on the sides of her face, so I wouldn't be something I would leave her in overnight because she is a side sleeper. She likes to, well, not side, I mean she sleeps on her back, but she has her head to one side. It's not like straight up, and she likes to scooch herself over to the side of the bassinet, so she's right up against it. So then that brings me to my second favorite, which is the actual bassinet she sleeps in overnight, which I also highly recommend and love, but I'm going to get to that in a second. I'll give you a shot. She's right here sleeping. I will insert a clip of her. We have 2 of these. Upstairs, the one you're seeing right now is the Snugga Puppy. It's the same thing. It's just a different animal. It's slightly different like colors, but it's the same design, the same features. And then we have one in the family room downstairs, which is the Snugga Bunny. Same thing, it's just a bunny, and it's got like green piping instead of peach. We originally just had the one. It was a shower gift, awesome shower gift from dear friends of ours, and we soon figured out that that was her preferred thing to sleep in during the day. She does have problems as a newborn. Most newborns do have gas. And just having a bit of a slight angle helps a lot with her digesting during the day when she's sleeping. Like I said, I don't feel comfortable leaving her in it at night because when I'm sleeping, I can't be watching her. But during the day, when I'm doing something like right now, I'm checking in with her every moment or so. I'm looking over and making sure she's fine. I haven't had any issue with her in it to date, but like I said, I just wouldn't personally feel comfortable leaving her in it overnight. I'm not passing any judgment on people who do. Like, you do what you gotta do, but she loves it. And the vibrating feature is awesome because it's very gentle, just a bit of a gentle movement that really soothes. It helps with digestion, I think. I don't know if that's like scientific. I think it helps her. And also, it's just very soothing. Newborns are used to being in the womb where they were moving around all the time. And being out in the world and having to be still is a rather like stark transition. So it's nice to have a little movement. She loves, like when we're holding her, she loves being kind of slightly, I wouldn't say bounced, but kind of like slightly vibrated, like slightly jiggled a little bit. You don't want to shake your baby, obviously, but she likes a little movement. So that has been awesome. It's been a real daytime saver for me with naps because I can get stuff done and I have one on each level. If we only had a 1-level house, we obviously only have one, but it's nice not to have to like carry it up and down the stairs. The other great thing about it is I can move it from our bedroom to my office, which I do. I put her in it when I get in the shower because I can like look through the shower, the glass shower door, and I just like, keep a part of the window clear so I can look through it in the morning. And then when I want to do stuff in my office and she's napping in the afternoon, I can bring it in here. And the great thing about it is it does not scratch your floors. It hasn't scratched ours, our wood floors. And I'm able to, even if she's in it and sleeping, I can kind of gently move it down the hallway, back and forth. And it's light and it's easy for me to maneuver. Perfect. Anyway, I feel like I've talked about that a lot. Love that. Obviously love it. So as I said, I was going to talk to you about the bassinet. It's the Halo Swivel Sleeper, I think it's called. I don't know what the technical names of are these things, you guys, but I will link them below if they're still available. And I'm pretty sure all of these things are going to be available. Love, love, love. Love, love the Halo bassinet. It was a gift from my parents, a shower gift as well. It swivels, which is great because I can have it right up next to my bed. I'll insert a little clip of it because you guys can see what it is. I can have it right up against my bed. I love that it's mesh all the way around. So like I said before, she likes to kind of, I don't know how she does it, but shimmy. Whoa, that was a major blur. She shimmies herself to the edge of it during the night to like the side and presses her little face up against the mesh siding. So that's like a real, just makes me feel better about sleeping knowing that she can breathe. I don't put it right up against my bed because like I said, she does like to put her face right up against the side of it, even if I start her out in the middle of the bassinet, but within an hour she's at the side of it. I keep it like maybe 4 or 5 inches from the side of my bed so there's no chance of suffocation or SIDS or whatever, anything like that. It's better that way, but it's close, so I can reach in from bed and pick her up. I don't nurse in bed. I personally just can't. I haven't been able to find it comfortable. I think she has a bit of reflux too, so she doesn't nurse while lying down. I always take her down to the nursery and nurse her in our glider, and I will be doing a nursery tour. I know I'm going to be asked. That will be coming up hopefully soon. It's just a matter of timing, but hopefully my goal is to have that up for you guys by the end of the month. But anyway, I nurse her in the glider in the nursery. It's just easier for me, and that's where her changing stuff is anyway, and I like change her diaper before I nurse her. But it's still convenient to have her right there. I can see her. I can hear her. She's not in bed with us. I personally just don't feel comfortable co-sleeping. It just makes me really nervous. But I feel really great having her with us just in her own space, and it's safe with the mesh. It's been great. Now, hand in hand with both of these things, both the Rockin' whatever it's called sleeper, the Snuggle Puppy, and the Halo bassinet is the Sleep Sheep. This is a white noise machine. I love this because baby loves this. It is soothing. Really haven't used any of the sound settings except for the ocean one. We have the regular Sleep Sheep, which stays attached to the bassinet up here and will eventually go, we'll attach it to her crib when she sleeps in there down the road. But then we also have the travel sheep sleep, which we keep downstairs, and it's easy to take with us if we want to. We haven't gone anywhere really yet where we need it, but down the line it will be easy to take with us. But now we just keep it attached to the Snugga Bunny sleeper downstairs, so when she's napping down there, she has the Sleep Sheep. White noise, again, just like the vibrating, kind of the jiggling, also kind of reminiscent of the womb, just makes them feel a little bit less overwhelmed by the either way too quietness of life or all of the noises. So it just helps. It's white noise. Lots of people rave about white noise for babies. Works great. And this Sleep Sheep stops after 40 minutes, which is good and bad at the same time. I don't want it to go all night because that would drain the batteries real fast, and she really only needs it for 40 minutes. I think there's 2 settings. You can pick 20 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever. Yeah, if she's napping longer than 40 minutes, then I usually press it again, because during the day she seems to sleep a little bit lighter than during the night. That might just be all in my imagination. I don't know. Going along with this sleeping theme, because sleep during newborns sleep a lot. I feel like our girl isn't heavy on the sleeping scale. She's kind of sleeps less than on the lighter side of the scale. I think newborns sleep an average of 16 to 17 hours a day, and she sleeps more somewhere between 12 and 14 total, but it's totally dependent on the child. It's an individual thing. But sleep is important because as a new mommy, you look forward to those sleeping times. Of course, I love holding her and nourishing her, but I also want her to get her rest because that's how she grows, and it's also how I keep my sanity. It's when I can pay some bills and I can wipe down the kitchen counter and I can throw in a load of laundry. At night, we like to swaddle. We like to swaddle during the day too. During the day, we swaddle with blankets, and I think I'll talk more about swaddle blankets down the road because I'm still kind of figuring out my favorites. But at night, we like the convenience and the safety of the Halo Swaddle Sleep Sack. This is basically a wearable blanket. So let me undo the Velcro so you guys can see. So they sell it just like this, and it's this little zip pouch with armholes. It zips from the bottom, so the zipper isn't up by their chin, which is nice. It's easy for diaper changes in the middle of the night. It's also safe because blankets are very dangerous for infants, for who have no control really over their hands, for sits. So this is really nice, but the swaddle is extra nice for a newborn. Again, just makes them feel secure, just makes them feel safe. In the womb, they couldn't move their arms around a lot, and they have a lot of reflexes, even while they're sleeping, that make their arms go up like this, and they hit themselves in the face, and they startle themselves. Trust me, swaddling is a good thing. At least for our child, it works really well. So the swaddle sleep sack is what we use at night because it just, it's easy, it's convenient for middle of the night changings and stuff, but also it's safe because the blanket can't come undone. It's Velcro. It's safe. I don't worry about it in the middle of the night, like creeping up to her face, just because of the way it's made, and that's why it's made that way. So I would highly recommend that. In terms of daytime outfits, for the first month, she's kind of transitioned out of this now, but for the first month, she was totally in pajamas all day long. What I would do is I'd keep her in these kind of fleecy pajamas, or not fleece, I have them in both. I have them in fleece, terry, and cotton. But these, I think they're called Sleep and Play? I don't know, whatever. They're like basically footed pajamas, right? From Carter's. Carter's is great. I love Carter's. It's super nice. For the price, I think it's super nice stuff, and you can get great deals on sales and coupons. And they have a great rewards program, and it's wonderful. It's easy. It's easy clothing, especially these sleepers. So during the day, she wears something like this, and then at night we put her in a onesie and then in the Halo sleep sack. I don't want her to overheat, so it's usually just a onesie. I don't put anything else on her in addition to the sleep sack because that's fleece. They do sell them in other weights, but it's winter here, so it seems to make sense. But during the day, these are key. They have both the zip and the snap version. I'm not partial to either one. I mean, I know some people swear by the zip, some people prefer the snaps. I kind of like them both equally. The zip may be a little bit easier, I guess, but it's also a little, I don't know. I like them both. Also, they're cute. These are the newborn size. I get a lot of questions about her sizing. I don't know how big she is now. She's 6 weeks old, and she doesn't see the doctor until 2 months, so another couple of weeks. It's just in the last few days that she grew out of the newborn size Carter sleepers. She's still in the newborn size sleepers from Baby Gap. And she's still in the newborn size like bodysuits, the onesies, and pants from Carter's. It's just the sleepers grew out of in that size, but she still can't fit in the next size up, which is the 0 to 3 month size. It's too big. So she's kind of in between sizes with these right now, which is unfortunate. But luckily she fits in the Gap newborn size still. So those have been key. They're also, it's just cheap. So even though she only wore those things for 5 weeks, she probably goes through between spit-ups and other things, maybe on average about 2 outfits a day. And that doesn't include her overnight outfit. So we wore these a lot. Like, she only wore them for 5 weeks because we were at the hospital for the first week, right? But she got a lot of use out of her newborn stuff, and she's still in a lot of it. So I was happy to have a nice collection of that on hand. Also, other favorites for this month, I feel like I'm really scatterbrained, you guys, I'm sorry. Other favorites for this month, for nursing, I am going to do a whole video on my breastfeeding story further down the line, probably not till she's like 6 months or older, when I've really kind of gotten it down. But it's been quite the journey, and even though I did a lot of research on it, I was not prepared, and there's things they don't tell you, so I think I will share down the line. But one thing that's been essential for me for breastfeeding has been the Boppy pillow. Now, I know a lot of people like the other one, that really popular one is like My Breast Friend or something funny. I like the Boppy. It's just comfortable. It works for me. I had it in the hospital. Oh, she's making little baby squeaks. Baby squeaks. And she's still asleep though. Oh, we're working on some business. Okay. I had it in the hospital, and it was great right from the start to help me with nursing as a new mom. After C-section, I had it around, like I put it around me, and it would just kind of protect my my incision area and also just keep her lifted up while I didn't have a lot of strength and stuff. And then I've still been using it every time I nurse since we've been home. I also have 2 of those. I know that seems excessive, but it's hard to carry a newborn and also carry a bunch of stuff up and down the stairs every day. And I nurse half and half upstairs and down on the couch in the family room. Like in the evenings when I'm spending time with Dawn, that I nurse on the couch there. So I've got a Poppy down there and a Boppy up here. I really like the chamois polka dot and stripe covers from Poppy Barn Kids. They're really cozy and soft and nice. They wash up well too. Now I don't wear it around me anymore because I like to have her more at like kind of like this kind of angle when I'm nursing her. And if I had the pillow around me, she'd be too high for that. What I do is I keep it kind of tucked under the side that I'm nursing, under that elbow. Of course, you could use a normal pillow for that, but the Boppy is the perfect height and the perfect like firmness I found. So to me, it's been essential. This also, I used the roundabout way of it for the first couple of weeks when my incision area was still really, really tender and delicate. Just a couple more things I want to talk about. Water wipes. So I had looked into lots of different kinds of wipes. I'm actually going to try the Honest wipes now that she's a little bit older and her skin's a little bit less sensitive. The Honest company has wipes too that I want to try. I've heard great things from many bloggers and YouTubers about these wipes. They're really clean wipes. They're 99.9% water and they're 0.1% fruit extract. So they're really gentle on the skin, and you can use them from the start. For the first week, we were in the hospital, so we just used the cloth, like a disposable cloth wipe that the hospital provided with warm water. But then when we got home, we started using these immediately, and they've just been great. They don't affect her skin, they don't irritate her. I love that they're not scented. I love that they're really wet. I feel like that's a pro and a con, but for the most part it's a pro. They're super wet, and they're just really great. Chemical free, worry free. And then last product I want to talk about is actually an app, and it's the Baby Connect app. I had read about this from a blog I like to follow, Veronica's Blushing. I will link her blog below. She's amazing. Mommy of 2. She has a new baby as well, though I think he's about 4 months old now. Super cute. She has super cute photos of her kids on Instagram too, by the way. Anyway, she recommended this app in one of her posts, and I checked it out, and I was like, oh, that seems great. And what it is it's a way to kind of track your baby sleep, how they're feeding, and their diaper output, and then also other things as well. But those are the 3 main things I have used for the past month, and to me it has been absolutely essential on keeping on top of her health and just being able to follow that. I also do have a paper planner that I use to write those things down, which I think I'll share about in a future video at some point. I use the paper planner to kind of look at the general picture and to look for patterns. But I also use it to like document. I put a photo in every day, so it's like a daily photo update of her as well. So it's sort of a memento as well. The app is great for minute by minute, like moment by moment, real-time tracking, because I don't have a chance to write in the planner every time that she nurses or every time that she has, I change her diaper or whatever. I usually do that every morning for the previous day, and that just helps me kind of look at the bigger picture, whereas the app keeps me on top of the day-to-day moments. So I highly recommend that. I think you have to pay for it. It's a few dollars. But to me, it's well worth it. I didn't start using it until we got home from the hospital, so when she was about a week old. But I've used it consistently ever since. And one of my favorite features of it, and I'll pull it up for you, is the timeline chart, because you can really kind of get a sense of the day. I do prefer the planner for looking for patterns and things, but this is great just to look at in the day and be like, and compare it to the last day briefly and be like, oh, well, she's not sleeping as much today. Maybe she's going through a growth spurt. She's eating a lot. So really like this app, and I would highly recommend it. Those are my favorites from the 1 month, Charlotte's first month of life. It's not everything, but I tried to keep it, I knew this was going to be a long video because I had a lot to say. And I tried to keep it to, under 10 items. I think ended up being 8. But I'd love to know some of your favorite newborn top picks. If you care to share, please let me know. And I will have all of these things linked for you guys below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and if you guys like it, I will keep it up with monthly favorites for you guys, monthly, coordinating with how old she is. And as always, love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and take good care. Bye. I'm back with another favorites video. If you watched my January favorites, I asked if there was any interest in monthly mommy favorites, probably something I do for the first year of my daughter Charlotte's life. We call her Cece, we call her Charlotte, we call her both kind of equally. I get a lot of questions about that, so I just thought I'd mention that. Cece's her nickname, because her middle name is Claire, Charlotte Claire. So those are her initials. In fact, I have a beautiful necklace with her initials on, and that was a gift from her for my birthday. Technically it was from Dawn, but it was from Cece too. Anyway, I thought I would start this. I'm probably going to be sharing these mid-month, so they're not like necessarily like January mommy favorites. It's going to be like 1 month old mommy favorites, 2 month old mommy favorites, that sort of thing. And I'm going to try to keep it kind of brief. I'm still going to do I think I'm still going to do a collective newborn essentials, like my newborn essentials, either just a blog post or a video and a blog post. I don't know how that will play out down the line, like maybe after she's 3 months old and we've gotten past that. The newborn phase is like the first 3 months, I guess. So there'll be a lot of repeats in that video, but I like the idea of having everything all in one place. But I also like the idea of touching base with you guys once a month and sharing my pics for that month of her life. So these are my 1 month baby pics. Okay, and I have a list on my phone. I can't show you all of them. I can't hold up all of them because a lot of them are kind of big things. So I'm going to start with my absolute number one, absolute favorite, which is the Snugga Bunny. I think it's called the Rock and Play Sleeper, Vibrating Sleeper. It's by Fisher Price. It's like $50, $60 to